hello to all our friends back home from the USA. We're live from Austin, one of the tracks with the highest elevation change in the entire championship. In a few moments, we'll move to the main straight to watch the start of the MotoGP race. We're moving to the live feed on the starting grid where everything is now ready for the start of the race. The sun is shining and temperatures are within the seasonal norm. A medium rear tyre is enough to get you through the race in these temperatures. It's a different story for the front though, which needs a harder tyre.
A reminder then of how the America's GP grid will line up. PECCO on pole, Alex Rins and Luca Marini are also on the front row. Alex Marquez, Marco Bazzer, Stefan Bradl and gaess Tech 3 replacement rider Jonas Folger completing the America's GP grid.
The race officials give the OK. Riders have their eyes fixed firmly on the light. Just a few more seconds and the Grand Prix of the Americas is go.
The most mentally and physically demanding challenge of the season awaits. The best in the world is full throttle, lights out, and we're underway here in Texas. A really good start from pole position again by PECCO. Will Rins get the drop on him though, up the hill into the first corner. Rins desperately trying to find a way through. He can't. Alex Spargo got away well, but it's PECCO in position A. He leads into turn 2.
It really bunched up there in turn 1. Marco Bezzecchi was surrounded. The championship leader lost places. He'd made a good launch, but then he dropped back as we got two tangling at the back.
That's one of the Prima Pramat racing machines, isn't it? It's Alex Marquez, I think, as well. Is it Alex Marquez? I believe it is.
Like it.
Yeah, I think so. Alex Marquez, who dumped it in the sprint, having, believe it or not, vomited inside his helmet. How horrendous does that sound, crashing at turn number 12? Yeah, and Jorge Martin's gone down as well then, so two of the men who we thought were going to be big hitters in this full Grand Prix down. Is that Jack Miller who's had a really strong first lap? It is Miller. He's up into 4th place already. Rins attacks Bagnaia down the hill in the braking zone for turn number 11. That was so close, but he can't find a way through now. This is the catty territory, isn't it? Bagnaia will just wind up the gas, wind up the top of the 6th gear. What can Rins do to try and pick up some slipstream?
Luca Marini came through the first sector in 3rd. He's dropped behind both Miller and he's coming back at Quartararo. This is Quartararo braking super late. That's where he has to make up his time. Quartararo through Marini into 4th position.
Alexis Spargo's gone down as well, so already on the first lap of this full Grand Prix here in Texas, we've lost Alex Marquez and Jorge Martin. That'll be reviewed after the race. And now Alexis Spargo's gone down early on as well. Maybe a full fuel tank, a factor to consider there into turn number 12. So Alexis Spargo was within touching distance of the podium in the sprint yesterday. He's gone down. Jorge Martin, who was one of our 3 men on the sprint podium, he's already out. I think Alex Marquez okay as well. It looked like he got pincered there between 2 of those crashed motorcycles. So early yellow flags out on this first lap. A dramatic start here in COTA, but it's been picture perfect already for PECCO Bagnaia. He got the start he wanted. Yeah, Miller's found some really good early rhythm here, hasn't he, on that KTM? Really good. He was a 10th quicker, nearly 2 tenths quicker than Rins directly ahead of him. 3 tenths almost faster than PECCO Bagnaia as well. They snake and weave their way through this wonderful, breathtaking first sector. From the helicopter shot, there is Bagnaia then. He leads by, what, 3 or 4 bike lengths ahead of the hard-charging Alex Rins here. Alex Rins, you'd be forgiven for thinking this was Marc Marquez on top of that Honda, wouldn't you? Given Marquez's prowess around this COTA circuit, Bagnaia at the moment can't make that decisive breakaway. He'll be thinking about the bigger picture though, the tyre life towards the end of the Grand Prix. Further back then, we're looking at this battle between Zarco, Vinales and Oliveira. That's for the back end of the top 10. Zarco over the line, he was 7th, that's where he is at the moment. Vinales 8th, Oliveira 9th. Expected a little bit more from Brad Binder. I just wondered with Binder being in this group whether he's having some front tyre pressure problems here, because he's not really made any significant progress forward from that 11th place on the grid.
So did Vinales get the start wrong again? We're watching him, he did go backwards a couple of places. There you can see again, a poor was not as bad as he got yesterday in the sprint, but still lost 3 or 4 places off the line and then got swamped into turn 1. So the start problems continue for Maverick Viñales because he lost those 2 places on the first lap. And that was even with the Martin Marquez collision up ahead of it.
Alex Rins, look at this, look at the corner speed of that Honda as well, as he came through that real tight first gear turn number 15. He could almost reach out and touch Pecco Bagnaia there. Here we are looking back again at the Viñales battle. He's got through Miguel Oliveira on the previous lap. Oh, Alex Rins, he was thinking about a move there, wasn't he? You could just see that Honda snaking around underneath him on the brakes, just as he was in the sprint yesterday. Working to the absolute maximum, pushing himself and that Honda to the absolute limit, squeezing every thousandth of a second out of his motorcycle, every ounce of performance out of himself here. And absolutely rumble here, isn't it, from Rins to keep the pressure on Bagnaia.
I said a couple of laps ago, if Alex Rins gets a sniff of an opportunity at leading this Grand Prix, he's going to go for it. You saw an opportunity, an example of it there into turn 19. He was just too far back. But once again, this first sector, Alex Rins so fast and flowing, so silky smooth, able to carry that corner speed on that Honda, and he's just eating into the distance between himself and Bagnaia. Bagnaia will want to try and have a bit more of a comfort zone in this. If he's managing at this stage of the Grand Prix and making sure that he has some time left at the end, it's a bit of a risky game with Rins so close up behind it.
Yellow flags are out in sector 2. Oh, Jack Miller's crashed. Oh no, Jack Miller has gone down. Jack Miller then, unfortunately, it's the double hat-trick. That is, can you believe it or not, crash number 6 for Jack Miller. He was starting to make big progress towards this lead too, but unfortunately Miller ends his weekend. It's been a very tough weekend, a sorry weekend for the Aussie. He punches the tyre wall there. Frustration in the extreme for Thriller Miller, the front just going out from underneath him there. So Jack Miller off the podium in the gravel trap. That has now pushed Fabio Quartararo then, of course, up into 3rd place. Game on then now for Luca Marini here as well. His eyes will light up because Marini all of a sudden now on the coattails of Quartararo, potentially on course now for his first ever Grand Prix podium in MotoGP.
Luca Marini was quicker than the leader on the last lap alone, so Marini zeroing in on Quartararo as Rins continues to shadow Bagnaia.
Exceptional performance this by Alex Rins, isn't it? I mean, talk about wringing the neck of that Honda. Just for some context here, to give you an indication of the outstanding job that Rins is doing. Okay, yeah, we know he's a Kota circuit specialist, a Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP winner here. If you drop back and look for the other Hondas, they're nowhere. Juan Mir's in 11th place, that's only because Jack Miller's just dumped it. Taki Nakagami 1 place further back in 12th place. Mir and Nakagami beset by chronic rear tyre problems. Every time they touch the throttle, they get massive, massive wheel spin. Alex Rins, he's making work. Oh, Pecco Bagnaia has crashed again out of the lead. I can't believe what I am seeing. Davide Tardozzi sinks to his knees. Pecco Bagnaia, he crashed out of 2nd place to lose the World Championship lead in Termas 2 weeks ago. And under the relentless pressure from Rins, Pecco Bagnaia makes another monumental cock-up. I cannot believe it.
You said it, pressure, that was the key word. Turn 2, front end goes from Pecco Bagnaia. Rins asked the question, he kept Pecco Bagnaia interested, kept him on his toes, and the pressure did tell on lap 8 of this 20-lap Grand Prix. The champion, world champion, he won't be taking the championship lead this afternoon, and that is why.
Well, was the wind a factor there, or was he a little bit slightly offline, tipping into that super fast turn number 2? But in the space of, what, a minute, we've lost 2 men off the podium. Jack Miller goes down. Penny for the thought of that young man right now, and Pecco Bagnaia. What this means is then that now, out of absolutely nowhere, LCR Honda rider Alex Rins is the leader of this Kota Grand Prix. Astonishing drama here in Kota with Miller and Bagnaia crashing out of 3rd and the lead respectively in quick succession. And Marco Bezzecchi, well, if he stays on board, he's going to continue his lead of the World Championship, isn't he? That's a big bonus for him because he gets bumped up to 4th place. He was 6th a couple of laps ago. This now a battle raging for 2nd, and Luca Marini with a gift from his VR46 Academy colleague Pecco Bagnaia now on course for that first Grand Prix podium in the Premier class.
Penny for thoughts of Lucio Cecchinello now. He hasn't seen his riders win a Grand Prix for 5 years since Cal Crutchlow in Argentina in 2018, and Alex Rins has now got a 2.3-second lead. Now all of a sudden that question about Alex Rins, can he physically
calm, serene Lucio Cecchinello follows his man over the line as Alex Rins stands on the brink of one of the best victories of his Grand Prix career.
The yellow flags are out for Stefan Bradl, who's crashed out in that third sector. So at the moment, Alex Rins, of course, he's the sole Honda really fighting it out at the front of this Grand Prix. We lost, of course, Stefan Bradl. We lost Taka Nakagami earlier on in the Grand Prix, and Joan Mir also out of this Grand Prix. But Honda hanging their hopes on Alex Rins, and at the moment he's around 3/4 of a lap away from returning then to the top of a MotoGP podium.
Well, he's been the sheriff of the town in Kota before, back in 2019 when he broke Valentino Rossi fans' hearts with a stunning late victory. It looks like he's going to be wearing the sheriff's badge, the sheriff back in town here in Austin. Rins drops down the hill into turn number 11. He's nearly 3 seconds clear. He is now 3.2 seconds clear of Luca Marini. He is locked in for a safe second place. Alex Rins, when he was out with his team for dinner on Thursday here in Austin, made a bet with one of his technicians that he'd shave their head if he got into the top 10 in Q2. He's going to be shaving the heads of everybody in that LCR team, isn't he, before we get to Jerez, because this has been brilliant by Alex Rins. He now comes into the third sector on the final lap. He punished that mistake from Pecco Bagnaia. They're all now on their feet in LCR, coming to the pit wall to celebrate a stunning victory here for Alex Rins. Through turn 15 he comes, he looks at the big screen, 4 corners remaining.
Yeah, Marini nowhere near in with a chance of closing in. Marini has settled for that safe second place. Quartararo running third, and Vinales has pulled clear of Oliveira. The celebrations are 2 corners away for LCR Honda.
Alex Rins will be back on the top step of the podium for the first time on a Honda. Honda's wretched winless streak in MotoGP is about to come to a triumphant end. Rins wins the Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas.
The cameras showing us the third place rider. Perhaps he was hoping for a win today, but a podium finish is always something to be proud of. Picking up again live from the track where the top 3 riders have just arrived on the podium for the trophy ceremony. We've seen a very exciting race, and these riders deserve all the love from the fans. While we wait for the cameras to take us to the Parc Fermé to meet the stars of the race, let's take a quick look at the final MotoGP standings.